But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
The Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Our Lord, the Messiah, is the living Lord. He is risen, He is alive. He is our living God, and they have nothing. Nada. So today, as you see, our topic is live debate. The dead Allah versus the living Christ. These days, as every year, we celebrate the memorial or the memory of the crucifixion of the Messiah and his resurrection. And the Muslims, the Muhammadans, they are so desperate to prove to us that Jesus did not die. And the first question I ask myself anyway, I mean, what Muslims even have to do with Jesus? Islam is a false religion. Their God is the moon god. So why even Jesus is their interest? It sounds confusing. In one hand, the Muslim, they say that Moses was a Muslim, Abraham was a Muslim, Isa, aka Jesus, we don't know what Isa came from, he was a Muslim. But their God is not the same as the God of Abraham or Moses. So how that work? Islam as a satanic religion try always to hijack anything. If you remember, there's a video made by Zakir Naik. It's called The Concept of God in Islam and Hinduism. So when the Muslims, they speak to the Hindus, suddenly the God of the Hindus is the same as the God of the Muslims. They hijack anything. They will hijack any book. They will hijack any religion in order to dominate, to take over. But we know that Islam is so stupid, so silly, so confusing. And that's why we see Muslims argue with Muslims about what Islam is about. My Skype is open, and today will not be any different from every day. Muslims will call us, and they will fail. Prove me wrong. Feel free to call me, text me first, and I will take your call. As you see, our conversation is about the dead Allah and the living Messiah. Is Allah even alive? You see, I do not need to prove to the Muslims that Jesus is alive, because that's what they believe. So we do not need to debate over it. I mean, as long both of us we agree that Christ is alive, then the dispute is about if their God is even exist. Because in order to be exist, you have to be living God. Is Allah is a God who is exist and he is alive? If you are a Muhammadan, feel free. I will be happy to take your call. We start, first with verses we mentioned last time from the Bible. And those are verses the Muslim they mention to us. The Muslim they try to refute Christianity, so they send you verses, and supposedly those verses will sponsor their belief. So they say to you, can you read for us the second Thessalonian, chapter 2, 11, 12? And it says there that for this cause God shall send them strong delusion. But as usual, the Muslims, as part of the hypocrisy of this cult, when they choose for you a verse, what is it important for us to know what cause? I mean, it says for this cause. How come what is important for the Muhammadan is what after, not before? Because in order to know what the cause, we need to see what the cause. We cannot jump over it. And then we need to find out what is the delusion we are talking about. You see, when somebody abandoned God and he decided to follow the devil, this is exactly what the Bible is speaking of. It is your choice. And because now you are not with God, with the true God, you are by your own. And that will make you under the control of the devil. So when a Muhammadan, he decide to refuse to believe in the Messiah. This is why we need to go and read a few verses before to understand what we are talking about. The Muslims, they don't want you to read what is before. This is talking about the wicked, the filthy, the child molesters, the thieves, the criminals, the rapists, the one who they do deceiving and they do unrighteous work. Those who don't receive not the love of the truth. And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion. So already they are in hell, literally. So what it says here, that God, because they are evil, he will not make them succeed. That is the delusion. The delusion is you think that you are, with your evil, is going to be succeed against God. As an example, when Muhammad, he may come and he says, I am a prophet. We agree, most of us, maybe some of you don't, maybe the Muslim for sure don't, that Muhammad is a satanic creature. A satanic creature, not necessarily a human, according to Islam, it can be a genie. Genie is Satan himself, is a genie. Even Muslims believe that lizard is satanic creature. Mice, satanic creature. I mean, they have their own. Black dog is satanic creature. Actually, black dog is a Satan himself. So Islam is a mix. They use the word Satan, but if you go in details, you will find that Satan is a good guy in Islam and the bad one is Allah. If you go in the Quran, you will find the following verses. Chapter 7, verse number 16. You see, when we as a Christians read the Quran, maybe the majority of us know nothing about Arabic and we don't speak a single Arabic word. So Shaitan, he said, and this is the Muslim translation, because you have sent me astray. The translation absolutely false, but I will go with this for now, just to show you, even when they try to duct tape their stupid cult, it is funny and it's stupid. Why Shaitan is Shaitan? Because Allah is more Shaitan than Shaitan. Allah was so powerful in his deception to the point He deceived even Satan. And he made him Satan. Satan is just a victim of Allah. The verse in front of you. Now, if we go in the Arabic here it says أغويتني. أغويتني. Just to show you how they lie. The same word exists in the Quran in different places. As an example, the Quran says that my servant, Allah said supposedly, my servant, you have no authority except al-ghawin. This is the same word, but this is a polar name, like, you know, many, you know. Aghwaytani is about an action you did to one person, me, myself, when you say to me. And al-ghawin is somebody, simply a group of people who they are labeled with this al-ghawin. So what al-ghawin mean? Any Muslim can call us and tell us what exactly the Quran is speaking about. Who are they? Al-ghawin. What this God is talking about? Any Muslim? Before I put the verses in the screen, I'm trying to see if there is any Muslim. He got excited and he have an answer. Any Muhammadan? I find it very funny that the Muslims didn't know what we are talking about. You know, sometimes I feel like when I speak to Muslims, you know, they call us and they quote for us verses from the Bible, and suddenly they become scholars in the Bible when they do not even know one verse in the Quran. Always the Muslims, they have no idea, or they play dumb, by the way. Sometimes they knew. But the game is to say, I don't know, so you can get away from whatever accusation will come or whatever question is going to be next. If we go to the verse, as long as there is no Muhammadan here, he have a courage or knowledge to dare to text me in Skype until now, let us show the verse on the screen. As usual, the Quran repeats itself. It's a funny, stupid book, you know. Even, I mean, the same exact words. Not like, you know, they just repeat the meaning. It's repeat exactly the same word. So in the Quran, it says in chapter 15, verse number 42, and by the way, the Muslims, when they made chapters, they were trying to copy the Bible. Those are Arab. They do not know how to make chapters. They don't even know the books. The first time they learned about books, it was from the Christians, and specifically from the Aramaic. Now, I know that some Muslim will say to you, do you know, we have philosophers, we have Alpha, you know, and they, you know, they will start. But even that, this is not from the Arab, you know, either from the Aramaic or from the Persian. Arab have no books. Even the Muslim himself, they say to you that Muhammad himself was illiterate. This is telling you what kind of community we are talking about if their leader himself is illiterate. And you have no authority, supposedly Allah is talking, over my servants, except the translation here says the erring one. Is that a true translation? Absolutely false. Never, never, ever accept Islamic translation. They lie, they fabricate, and they don't share the truth. We change the translator, and we will find that there's a huge difference. We did not change the Quran. We just chose different translator. And look what happened. Al-Ghawin, the word we were talking about, it's mentioned in the other verse. It translates as the following: mushrikeen, which means those who associate with God, those who go astray, the criminals, the polytheists, the evildoers, etc. So use your imagination. Okay, here we need to stop. As long the word ghawin mean all of those, we go back to the previous verse where Allah, He made Shaitan one of the ghawin. Look what happened. Here it says, قَالَ فَبِمَا أَغْوَيْتَنِي. Iblis, he said, because you became me, you made me a ghawi. So now the word astray will take it off, and we will replace it with the other verse because it's used the same word meaning. So what will come? Because you made me mushrik, to go astray. You made me criminal. You made me polytheist. You made me evildoer. Who is the one who made me? Quran says, Allah. Any Muslim have a comment? So if Allah is alive, He is going to be the same person as the devil. Do you really, Muslim, believe that Satan is a victim of Allah? Because this is what the verse is saying. Satan is a victim of Allah. Allah, He made him evildoer. Allah deceived him. Allah made him a criminal, whatever description you see there. It's not Satan who chose that. And here we ask ourselves how big the problem in this religion is. If Satan himself and the Muslim, they claim that they are fighting Satan, if Satan himself was the victim of Allah, so you are the victim of who, Muslims? Are you the victim of Satan or you are the victim of Allah? Any Muhammadan? Any Muslim? You will notice how quiet they are and how, delusional they are about they have a God. But if your God is a God, is He a good God or a bad God? If He is a bad God, then your God is Satan. If your God is good God, then He is the enemy of Satan. But as you see, Satan, he is a believer, actually, and he himself is complaining to Allah and saying to him, well, it's your fault. You made me. You did that to me. So what is my problem? Any Muhammadan? Very quiet. Religion. When you have knowledge. Very loud when nobody around you. Any Muhammadan? And the Quran, as usual, as long it is a book of contradiction, there is a verse in the Quran says that the problem between Allah and Satan, that Satan, he refused to bow down to Adam. And here you ask yourself a very simple question. How big the mouth of the Muhammadan when they say, in Islam, our God, he ordered us only to bow down to him. When in fact, Islam is the first pagan cult who start worshipping someone he is not divine, because bowing down to somebody is an act of worship. Now, I know some people will say you bow down to a king. Well, this is God, my friend. This is not. This is religion here. We are not talking about kings. And we are talking about God ordering his angels to bow down to a human. So what Satan he did, or Iblis, and here you ask yourself, where Muhammad he got the word Iblis from? You see, the names which Muhammad used is exposing him. May I answer your question? Okay. Let us see. Hello? Hello? Are you there? We don't hear anything.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
All right, I hear you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No problem. What do you want to say to us? Okay, go ahead.
Well, Mr. Sam Shimon, I don't want. There is nothing for me to say. I mean, it's probably everything that's already been spread out. So, while we're giving lectures in Islam, and the translation that you're providing, you asked for a Muslim to help you with the translation. Could you lay out your question one more time for me?
Well, when the Quran, let us go back to the verses. I don't know if you're watching. In chapter 7, verse number 16. And you speak Arabic, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Well, I'm not an Arab like you, but
no problem.
I can help.
As long as you speak Arabic, that what does the job. قال فبما أغويتني.
Sorry, sir. You're just taking one word. Can you give me the verse?
I gave you the whole chapter, chapter 7, verse number 16.
Chapter 7, verse number 16.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me open chapter 7, 16. In Surah Al-A'raf. And 16. ثم لا يأتيهم من بين أيديهم ومن خلفهم
verse number 16.
So وقال فيما أغويتني. Okay.
فبما
أغويتني. Yes.
Okay. What does
that
that mean?
Because you have me in error, I will surely sit in wait for them. That means he's the mankind. Oh, you straight on your straight path. That is the translation.
This is translation, but is that correct translation?
What do you mean by translation? If you want
I thought you called me because you can help with the translation, but you are just reading somebody's translation. So is that a correct translation?
If you want the correct translations, you should not be picking up the one verse out of the complete topic.
Okay, you can pick up 1,000 verses. Just give me the meaning of this word.
So, for example, to know the word, that means we need to know the entire context. For example,
no problem.
It's the topic starts from verse 10 until verse 18. So you should come. Actually, it's very easy to describe it. I don't know why.
As long as it's very easy, I'm waiting. I mean, it's very easy. You just said so.
No, yeah, I did say easy, but did you the questions that you're asking is like very specific. Like you just need the word of one thing. And
okay, well, you know what it says here, that Shaitan, he is saying to Allah, because you did to me أغويتني. So what he did to him, أغويتني. Tell us what does that mean? What Allah did to Shaitan?
Your question is a trap.
My friend, all my questions are a trap because Islam is a trap, obviously, and you are scared to answer, obviously. Otherwise, the word is simple. I'm not asking you to make chemical laboratory experiment. It's just a word in the front of you, and you claim you speak Arabic, and you are a Muslim, and you call me to help me with that, and now you are complaining my question is a trap. So you feel that there's something wrong in the verse, don't you?
No, well, there is something wrong with you, sir. I mean, for example, you are in Arab.
So my friend, did it say there is something wrong with me? What's wrong with you to the point you cannot even explain your Quran?
I can explain it, but
Okay, go
not
ahead.
in your terms.
Why you keep complaining? I did not ask you for any term. I did not say how you do it and when you do it. I said, what this mean? Allah, the shaitan talking to Allah, saying to him, Bima aghwaytani. Okay, what does that mean? Go ahead.
Yet again, you just still holding to the one word, Bima aghwaytani.
My friend, we want to know what that word means, because this is what he did to him. So what aghwaytani means, so we can understand what Allah did to Satan. What the problem? How you, when I explain that to your son, let us say your son is sitting next to you and he says that, okay, what shaitan, what happened to him? Why he is saying that? Aghwaytani. What Allah did to Shaitan? Explain to me what you will say to your son.
ولقد خلقناكم ثم صورناكم ثم قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس لم يكن من الساجدين.
What does this have to do with my question?
That is the start point. That's how I'm going to start.
Okay, no problem. So we go to the other verse, and then people will laugh, because what you read for me, what did you read for me? That Allah he ordered Shaitan, Allah he ordered all the angels to bow down to Shaitan, to Adam, and the only one who refused is Satan, correct?
The only one who refused was the Satan, yes.
Okay, but did Allah order the Satan to bow down anyway?
He ordered his entire creation to bow down.
Well, where it says that, read with me. It says, and behold, we said to the angels. Are you Muslims adding things to the Quran which is not there?
Sir, the translation starts like,
my friend, we have you are a Muslim who speak Arabic, so there is nowhere it says he ordered the entire creation. Are you Muslims adding the word entire creation? It says here, وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَ سُجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ أَبَى. So, and this is your Muslim translation. And behold, we said to the angels, bow down. Allah, he said to who? To the angels. Where all the creation? Where you get this from?
You are literally speaking in Arabic right now, and you know what is the truth and what is the wrong, but yet still your agenda is very clear already.
My friend, my agenda is very clear that Muslim, they cannot answer a simple question. You are going around in a circle for the last 15 minutes for a very simple question, because Allah is dead. So I'm asking you, Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down. Satan in Islam is not an angel. So why Allah is upset from Satan? Because he did not bow down. But Allah, he did not order Satan to bow down. He ordered the angels. See, in Christianity, Satan was an angel. In Islam, no, he was a genie, correct?
Wow. Okay. Now, thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up, sir. That just explains everything.
Exactly.
Thank you for
that. Explains that Muslims are a bunch of fools. They are following a fool, and they have no answer for the foolish Quran. Otherwise, you will be all over me right now, explaining the Quran, and you get me busted. Go ahead, get me busted. Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam. Why he is upset from Satan? I say all cats say meow. Why I get upset from the dog? I just ordered the cat.
When you say busted, may I also try to bust you, or am I not allowed?
This is what I'm asking you for. Get me busted. I did not say I busted you. No, my friend, you are Muslim. Bust everybody. I'm saying I want you now to get me busted. It's very easy. So Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam. Why he's upset from Satan? If Satan is from different kind, he is not an angel.
Sure. Stop repeating yourself like a lot. Like
I have to repeat myself, because here we go. I'm repeating, still you didn't answer.
I mean, exactly. You're an Arab, so you would have to do, because
my friend, you are the smart. Not all Arab people are smart like your prophet. Maybe I'm not smart like your prophet. Explain to me, help me. I'm here to ask you, please. Can you help me? Okay. So Allah, he ordered. You see, this is why I needed to repeat the question 1,000 times for a Muslim, because he avoid. Are you searching Google trying to find an answer?
No. Why
okay,
would
then give me the answer. Allah, he ordered. You are the one who mentioned this verse, by the way, not me. Allah, he ordered the angels. Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam. But why he's upset from Satan if Satan is not an angel? Go ahead.
I have given you the answer, but you ignored it. So
no, I'm just show me. Okay, go ahead. Repeat. Maybe I'm slow. Go ahead.
What did I say? I said you're just reading one verse.
My friend, you are the one who quoted this verse supposedly to answer the previous verse, right? So now you quote the other verse. You quote this verse in order to refute the other verse. And now we go to this verse, which you are the one who quoted, and now you are saying to me you need to read another verse in order to explain this verse. Are we going to play this game forever? So now I'm asking you, you are the one who pulled the leg of Allah. By the way, Allah have a leg, as you know. And behold, we said to the angels, bow down to Adam. Why Allah upset from Satan if he is not an angel? He ordered the angels only. So what Satan, he did nothing wrong.
What made you to come to this state of mind? What made you to come to this state of mind?
I drank some camel urine and I felt so smart because your prophet advised me. He said camel urine is the best, forget about the rest.
Okay, okay. For example, you are a very known person and also a teacher in Christian. I mean, you did preach. I mean, we saw the video.
My friend, what does have to do? Let us say I am nobody. You know, you met somebody in the street and somebody asks you as a Muslim, okay, my friend, I am a person who I learn about Islam. And this is what it says in the Quran, and you are the one who mentioned this verse. Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam. He got upset from Satan for what? Satan is not an angel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I answered you and you ignored it.
What is the answer? So, I'm waiting for the answer, my friend. Look, guys, anyone heard the answer? He answered me. Please, my friend, repeat the answer. I never heard anything. You just said to me, we need to look for the whole thing. Look as much you want. Give me the answer.
Others get the answer. So, like I said, you need to read the entire topic.
Go ahead, read my friend. Go ahead, read as much as you want. I'm here with you. We will stay until tomorrow. You are a nice guy. You are a nice guy, and I enjoy your company. Okay, so you have time. Tell me, read anything you want. Quote anything you want. Open any page you want, but give me the answer. Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam. Satan is not an angel. Why Allah get upset from Satan?
The Encyclopedia of Assyria. That's what they called you, right?
My friend,
and
this guy is going to Wikipedia to read about me now. Suddenly I became a prophet. People, they write about me as they wish, my friend. What does have to do with me? You know, my friend, okay, the Christian Prince is very well known. Christian Prince, he wrote about him in Encyclopedia, whatever it is. What does have to do with the topic?
The other Christians already told your actual agenda.
My friend, okay, other Christian, they say my agenda, I have a good agenda. You don't like my agenda, get something better. So other Christian, they told my agenda. No problem. Those are no Christian, because a Christian, he don't speak in the back of a Christian.
Will you escape being condemned to hell?
So are you going to answer or you have no answer?
You have answered it 3 times by now.
Well, you ignore it. You just told me you need to read quote more. Okay, quote more. I'm waiting.
Wow. I mean, why are you ignoring me? Like, you're just ignoring. You just want to hear what you want to hear.
You are playing victim now. I'm waiting for you to give me the answer, and you keep saying to me, "I answered you," but everybody is laughing. Where's the answer? Let me repeat the question for the 50th time, maybe. Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam. Adam is not. Satan is not an angel. Allah got upset from Satan for not bowing down to Adam, but Allah did not order Satan to bow down. How would that work? Go ahead.
Okay. Once again, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ولقد خلقناكم ثم صورناكم ثم قلنا إلى الملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس لم يكن من الساجدين. The translation. And we have certainly created you, O mankind, and given you human's form. Then we say to the angels, to bow to the Adam. What's it called? Prostrate to Adam. If I'm pronouncing that word correctly. So they prostrated, except the Iblis. He was not of those who bow down. And then and Allah says, قال ما منعك إلا أن لا تسجد إذا أمركم قال إني خير منه خلقتني من نار وخلقته من الطين. Allah said, what prevented you from bowing down when I commanded you? And Satan said, and Satan's response was, I am better than him. You created me from fire and created him from clay. Well, it just continues. If you want me to explain it more, let me just copy the entire verse and share it with you on the Skype. You read it. Like I said, I am dyslexic.
Okay, so what is the answer now? So what is the answer?
Here, I will share it to you directly, the translation and the meaning one by one.
Okay, so I'm waiting for the answer.
Hold on, let me just message
I'm
it to you.
I'm being so quiet listening to you, so you don't say I'm disturbing you or stopping you. So
Well, sir, your presence
until now, I did not see the answer.
Disturbance, sir.
What is the answer?
Anything I say, it will be directly aimed to me. That is for sure. You can explain your agenda.
So what is the answer?
Hold on, I will get you the entire subject right now. The entire subject, and from that you take what you want to understand, because this way is better for you.
And what is the answer?
I'm just sending it to you right now.
No, I want you to say the answer. Don't send me. I don't open links. I don't open pictures. I don't do this thing. Read from you, my friend. You have a mouth, right? And we are doing a voice conversation. So read for me what it says there. No problem. Go ahead.
So me being dyslexic you right now, right?
Huh?
Me being dyslexic is bothering you, or is it just one of the things that you try? Me being dyslexic is bothering you.
You bothering me?
No, my dyslexia is bothering you.
Dyslexia? What does that mean? Dyslexia? What does that mean? I don't speak English. Sorry. What does that mean?
Ask your vipers.
What?
Ask your vipers.
What vipers?
Your venom that you spread out to.
Oh, okay. Okay. So are you affected by the venom I spread to you?
I'm not affected. I just know.
Why you are not affected? Are you saying you don't die by venom? Isn't it your prophet? He died by Walmart venom, cheap Walmart venom for $5.
And here you go once again.
What? You are the one who mentioned venom. I mean, you mentioned something and then you want to run away from it. Here we go. We have Jesus is the living God. You see the title, the living God, Jesus. And we have the dead Allah, the dead Muhammad. Allah, we killed Muhammad. A Jewish woman, she killed him. She is my cousin. She killed him by $2. You know, I told her don't buy the $2 one. Buy 50 cents. She went to Home Depot. I told her Walmart is cheaper. But anyway, she got $2 poison. She put it for a rat. She put it for Muhammad. Muhammad ate it. He died. So you want to change the topic for venom? We can talk about venom. What kind of a prophet his God could not save him from the venom? But Allah, he supposedly, you Muslim claim that he saved Jesus. Why Allah he saved Jesus? But he couldn't. You are the one who mentioned the venom. We were talking about shaitan bowing down. Suddenly you start talking about venom. What's wrong with you? It's you who go around and you mention things which have nothing to do with the topic.
Oh well, I'm just telling everyone for what's your actual agenda.
Okay, my actual agenda. Okay, let me tell you my actual agenda. You like it or not? Who cares? I laugh at my actual agenda to laugh at Muhammad and Allah. Can you stop me? Can you refute me? Go ahead. I mean, your agenda to make me believe in Allah, I understand. Your agenda is to make fun of the Bible. Okay, no problem. So what the problem now? You wanna play drama now? Thank God, you know, like you are not a female and you are married to me. Otherwise, you know, I will jump from the 6th floor. My friend, listen to me. You want to change the topic, talk about venom? Here we go. Your prophet died by poison, and he promised that if he's lying about the Quran, Allah will cut his artery. And the hadith says that his artery is being cut off. So this is a proof that Muhammad is a fraud. You want to go back to the previous question? Let's go back, no problem. Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam. Satan is not an angel. So how in the world does God, he get upset from Satan, who is not an angel, when he order only angels? Go ahead.
Are you scared?
I'm very scared. This, to the point, especially when I went to the top of the mountain to throw myself. Did you know what happened to me?
Because right now I already sent you the...
My friend,
the entire...
Do you know what happened to me when I went to the top of the mountain to kill myself? I was terrified. But thank Allah, Jibreel, he appeared suddenly and he hold me from my cell phone, because my cell phone is big. And he says to me, Christian Prince, why, Habibi, you want to kill yourself? Why? For sure you are a prophet. Have you ever heard of a prophet of God? He want to kill himself. Is that what you are going to do yourself now after debating me? So you keep saying to me, I will send you links. Why you don't answer me? Give me the answer. I don't open links. I told you. I want the answer. Tell me the answer.
How come you think it's a debate when it's actually played by your own terms? Anyway,
my friend, all what I'm asking you for is just give me the answer. You are the one who called me and said, I heard you saying you need a Muslim to help you to answer, to translate. I said, wonderful. All right, here we go. The mic is yours. And I was so quiet listening to you. And then you did not give me anything. So what do you want to do now?
And now I want you to read all the messages that I sent you on the Skype.
I don't read messages. I want you to read them for me. You read them.
Sir, how many times do I have to explain what my dyslexia?
My friend, I'm waiting. People, okay, I can see them. As I say, I can see the message, but we have 1,000 people listening. Tell them what you are saying. They want to hear your voice, my friend. Come on. So Allah, He ordered the angels to bow down to Adam. First of all, why He ordered them? Secondly, why He upset from Shaitan for refusing to bow down if Shaitan is not one of the angels? He did not order him. Go ahead.
You're repeating the thing again.
I have to repeat it. Muslims,
why are you doing that?
Because Muslims are very slow, and you prove it. You prove it. Muslims are very slow. I have to repeat the question 1,000 times, and still we are waiting for you. And you complain. By the way, you complain. The funny is, it is you who call me. It is you who want me to talk to you. It is you who volunteered to answer me. And now you are complaining about what? I don't know.
Wow. Am I allowed to speak, actually?
Okay, I'm not going to talk for the coming 5 minutes. Do you promise me to answer the question? Okay, let us repeat it again for the last time. Allah, He ordered the angels to bow down to Adam. Shaitan is not one of the angels. Why Allah get upset from Shaitan when he is not an angel, which He ordered them only to bow down? The mic is yours. Here we go. I'm going to mute my microphone. Listening.
I'm going to ask you to read what I just sent you on the Skype message.
I cannot read. I am illiterate. I am illiterate like your prophet. You read it for us. Go ahead.
So, and yet you are ignoring it.
My friend,
when you have
I'm not
the
ignoring
answer,
it. It's you who's ignoring it. Read it. Tell us. I want people to hear you.
I want people to hear you. When I said I'm dyslexic, what does that mean to you?
I don't know. That's mean you are over delivering. I'm not sure what does that mean, my friend. Give me the answer. We are talking, people listening, people are waiting, and you are smart. And obviously, I'm not smart like you. But thanks to Allah, I'm not smart. Because if I'm smart, I will become a Muslim, and then I'm going to drink camel urine, and then I will believe that there's a God who will make my penis endless. And a woman, she's waiting for me. Her boobs is so big. Thank God, I'm not a Muslim, and I'm not smart like you. See, this is the result of the conversation. So we go back to zero. Allah, He ordered the angels to bow down to Adam. Shaitan is not an angel. So what do we do now?
I mean, why? I just want to know what made you. I mean, what made you to come to this hatred, to show this hatred? I mean,
chapter 5, verse 14, the Quran says that Allah spread the hatred and enmity between the Christians. So if you complain about hatred, you are against Allah. Are you against Allah now? Are you against Allah?
And you start with,
my friend,
just.
Are you against Allah? Shame on you. What kind of a Muslim you are? You are putting Allah down. You know, you remind me of this guy Karadov. You know, he joined Putin to fight his own fellow. Listen, Abdul. Listen. So did Allah in the Quran, chapter 5, verse number 14, did Allah says, I will spread hatred and enmity between the Christians. And then you call me and you say to me, I want to know why you have hatred. So who is the donkey here? It's you or Allah? What's wrong with Muslims? Okay, so read the verse for me. Is it Allah? Is it true? Is it? See, here we are trying to prove to people now that Shaitan and Allah is one, and you just lead us to the conversation here. Thank you very much. So the verse in front of us proved that Allah is Satan. You are accusing me of hatred, which means already you agree that hatred is bad. Do you agree? Okay, let me ask you: is hatred from Shaitan or from God?
All the hates that you're just describing and giving and teaching to the other Christians are in the comment section. It's just like you're just saying that Christianity actually tells you and recommends you to hate those. Those who are not.
You have to prove it. Jesus, he says, love your enemy, bless them, those who curse you. So this is a lie. Secondly, we are talking about the Quran. It is your book. It's a verse in front of you, and now you go blind because you are drinking camel urine because you are Ramadan, you know. So may Allah bless your stomach, by the way, with the camel urine. So chapter 5, verse 14, it fit perfectly with the camel urine because simply you need to swallow it hard. It is so big. It's so delicious. Look at this. We have a God. He decided to spread the hatred between the Christians. So when you Muslims complain about hatred, are you being hypocrite or hypocrite?
Now I'm a hypocrite as well.
Well, then read the verse for me. You are the one who complained about hatred. Why Allah want to spread hatred between us? If Allah is a good person, is Allah a good person or is a bad person? Well, obviously he's a bad person, because you are the one who's saying the one who spread hatred is a bad person. So now you call me and you prove to me that Allah is a bad person. Thank you very much. You know what? You want today. Listen, because of Ramadan, you want 2 liters of camel urine and they are fresh, but you have to come to my backyard. I have a camel.
Almost 1,000 years ago, and you're bringing those stories up.
Well, it's you Muslims who 1,000 years ago or yesterday. It is you Muslims who bring those stories up. Don't you read the Quran every day?
Oh, such a teachings, like the teachings of you as a what was it, the Trinity, and you want that to be in the part of a Bible which is never mentioned in the Bible. People already, I mean, exposed.
But what does have to do? Okay, my friend, you are jumping like a monkey in the zoo, but there is no zoo. Okay, because simply you call me to talk about a topic. Now you suddenly want to jump to talk about Trinity. We can change. You want to talk about Trinity? You know, just promise me you want to change your topic. What topic you want? Trinity? You want this? Hatred? You want Shaitan? Is misled by Allah? Which one you want?
Those who are hearing you, right?
Yeah.
So we're just whatever comes. Like before, I already answered. You don't want to read it.
That is ignorance. You did not answer. You are telling me you send me pictures. I'm not interested of your pictures, my friend. I want you to give me the answer. People want to hear you. We have more than 1,000 people waiting for the smart Abdul to answer. My friend, give us the answer. So Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam, and then he got upset. He got upset from Shaitan. But Shaitan is not an angel. So how stupid is that? Imagine I say all cats say meow except the dog. He said ow. But the dog is a dog. He don't say meow. So how come Allah, he ordered the dogs to bow down and then he upset from the cats?
In your own belief. And you're taking a lot of people with you with it. You already took down a lot of Muslims from their beliefs, even though...
First of all, it's not a lot. First of all, this is a lie. It's not a lot. It's maybe a couple of hundred of thousands. So you are lying. Secondly... What?
Wow.
It's not a lot. You know, it's not a lot. It's still, there's a lot. I mean, still more, way more, still there. Come on. The warehouse is full. My friend, we took them from their belief and we made them what? We showed them the truth, and the truth will set them free, and they accepted Jesus. So you are complaining that a lot of Muslims left Islam because of showing the truth. But look what will happen now. How many people they will watch this video and they will see that a sheikh like you are a big sheikh. I mean, look at your beard is so long. So you have a long beard, maybe I don't know, this is look like 2 meters. My friend, how come a sheikh like you who speak Arabic, he cannot answer a simple question? Allah, he ordered the angels, yet he is upset from Shaitan. Why?
Separating the angels, like the angel that is in the Quran, that is Gabriel, is not the same angel that is in the Quran, and is imposter. And the Allah is not the same Allah, which, oh wow.
Yeah, Allah is not the same Allah. I can show you. Okay, you open a new topic. Allah is not the same Allah. Let me show you that. When Allah, he said in the Quran that may Allah forgive your sin. Allah was speaking to different Allah. So if Allah is the same Allah, Allah will not say, may Allah forgive your sin. And we have to agree on that, right? So if I am the only Allah, there is no way I would say, may Allah forgive your sin. So obviously you Muslims, you have many Allah. You have Allah before tax, Allah after tax, Allah of Joe Biden, Allah of Monica Lewinsky, Allah of Obama, Allah of Mickey Mouse. So here, listen with me. Allah, may Allah forgive thee. Allah speaking to who? To other Allah. If Allah is speaking to himself, that means he have a mental issue, standing in front of the mirror, asking himself, listen carefully, my friend. Imagine the picture. May Allah forgive thee. Okay, who is talking? Allah. Talking to who? To Allah. How many Allah you have?
Other things. That is just amazing. Your tactic is very demonic. Miraculously.
Miraculously, yeah. I just, how it's demonic that I promise people like in this penis like your prophet? I mean, how come you notice that I am demonic, my teaching, but you did not notice that the prophet who promised you in this penis, obviously is satanic. What kind of a promise he made?
And you got that from hadith, right?
So what? Okay, what about the Quran says Allah will give us women with big boobs?
Wow, okay, that is an amazing translation you got there.
Well, you give me a translation, here we go. You translate. No, you translate. No, you translate. You know what? Whatever you say, I will accept. Go ahead. You know, you know best. Allah and Muhammad, and you know best now. We add your name to the list. So chapter 78, verse number 33. It says, Allah will give them falafel, botos, women equal age. What does that mean? Go ahead.
The complete summary of whatever you say.
My friend,
you just focus.
You said, you claim that the Quran doesn't say so. So give me the translation for chapter 78, verse number 33. It says here, Allah will give us falafel, botos, women in equal age. What does that mean? What falafel, botos mean? And
all these,
what is that?
And people who thinks that killing is by the name of Jesus or by the name of Allah is okay. And that comes
We are talking about boobs and nipples, and you are talking about killing. Are you telling me you are a victim of somebody women nipples? Like some woman, she hit you with her breast and you died? What killing have to do with the topic now? You are the one who opened this. So when we hear I have a verse in front of me, and you said you speak Arabic and you are a sheikh, alhamdulillah, mashallah, alhamdulillah. Chapter 78, verse number 33. It says, Allah, He will give us falafel, follow, botos, otos, us, women. You know, my English is very funny, you know. So anyway, so what does that mean?
Wow.
You keep saying wow. I mean, you know what? You believe it or not? You believe it or not? We are reading the Quran from a website. It's called Wow Quran. Wow. Look. It says here, Wow Quran. Wow Quran. And you keep saying to me, wow, exactly. It's our big boobs, man. So what kind of God? Who is Satan then? Who is? You said to me, the demonic teaching. What kind of God? He promised me. He did not even promise the word women. He says boobs. Where is the word women? You speak Arabic. Listen, can you show me the word women in the verse? There's no women. It says boobs.
And the time that I have is lacking because I work.
You are what?
And that doesn't give me a lot of time.
What?
I already said, I think you can, yeah, just like you told me, like, you know, yesterday when you closed and when you hang up the phone twice on me.
I hang up on you for what reason? Remind me.
Wow. Okay. Now I have to remind you as well.
Yeah, I don't remember. You are so small. I don't remember small things. Remind me.
Yes.
Why I hang up on you? Why I hang up on you? Because obviously you answer nothing. You do the same as today. You go in a circle. You keep your job like a monkey. You know, how you claim to be a sheikh and you're just a kid. Come on, listen. How old are you? How old are you? Be honest with me. I mean, come on. There's nobody will know between us.
I wish anyone that is actually trying to question should come ask these questions from a source that is actually.
Okay, you are the Muslim, and you are the one who says to me, let me call you, and so can I answer you? So now you are asking us not to ask you?
Are useless to you.
Is it you who texts me saying, let me answer you?
My answers is just like...
What is the answer? No, you answer nothing.
To a stone. Like, it just reflects back.
What a stone?
Like me talking to a stone or a wall is just a reflection.
Okay, let us go with this. Is talking to a stone, isn't it talking to a stone is a sign of stupidity and madness? Did your prophet speak to stones? Did your prophet speak to stones? You said to me, I'm wasting my time speaking to a stone. This is what you just said. So what kind of a prophet? He walk in the street, he say, Assalamu alaikum to stones. And he claimed that the stones answer back and say, Wa alaikum assalam, messenger of Allah.
A logical person would actually Google it. Like, why the stone and the prophet? Literally Googling it, you'll get the answer.
Why the stone and the prophet, they are talking? Tell me, what is the purpose? What happened? Muhammad is walking down the street, Allah, la, 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 la. And then the stone says, Assalamu alaikum, messenger of Allah. Well, do you Muslim believe really stones are believers in Allah? And they are Muslims?
What is it? Where was this? The verse that I just wanted to read again.
Do you Muslims, you change the topic, you know, you keep changing the topic. Do you Muslim believe that stones are Muslims and they believe in Allah and they take Shahada?
That is from your book.
So are you going to answer or not?
The present heaven and earth are being reserved for fire.
Yes,
destruction
of
godly men.
Okay, so now,
Where is it? The other one.
Okay, so I'm asking you now. So when you said to me, you are speaking to me as if you are speaking to a stone, and you say that the prophet he speak to stones. Yes, you agree. Why your prophet is speaking to stones, and how the stones saying Shahada and she's a Muslim?
But each man must be careful how to.
Okay, just go. Next time that your dad call me. What kind of people those? And then he said to me, you hang up on me. Now he will go, he will say, see, Christian Prince, he hang up on me. I'm talking to myself. Let me read this hadith for you. Just for entertainment. You know, people, they are celebrating now, and Christians are happy, and we want to keep them happy. As you see, my agenda, what's wrong with this hadith? I click in it, it doesn't open. See, I click here, it takes me to different hadith. What the heck? What's wrong with this website? It's a miracle. Aman Rabbi Aman. Okay, I will not click in it because obviously if we click, you know what, let me take a screenshot. Hadith. Smile. I will take a screenshot for you. So let us take a screenshot for this hadith. Because obviously when we click on it for some reason, it doesn't work. All right, and now we open. And now this guy tomorrow, he will call me and he will say, you hang up on me. You hang up on you. You hang up on yourself. You're an idiot. When Allah created Adam, he breathed the soul into him. Then he sneezed. Hatsu! That's deep. This is the story of creation. What the first thing Adam, our father, he did? He sneezed. I knew it. I knew it. We have a sneezing grandfather. What is the first thing he did? Hachu. How many of you were deceived by the Christian teaching about Adam? How many of you? Now we know what happened to our grandfather. Actually, some Muslims, they say his real name was Trump. I don't know if it's true or not. We need to figure out. So when Allah created Adam, he breathed his soul into him. Hey Muslims, he breathed his soul from where? Into him, where? I mean, where is the holes? Which hole Allah he put his mouth there? Allah he breathed. And how Allah he breathed? I want to know. What, you know, you Muslims, you have a very strange religion. He breathed, okay. Well, is he like Jesus? You know, your God, he breathed? What does that mean? There's something inside Allah? What he have inside him? He have a soul? I mean, the second you ask this religion, any question, they go in chaos. They start biting their fingers, and they, in the best scenario, they will hit you with their legs like a mule. So anyway, you know, I'm so happy to know what happened to my grandfather, Mr. Adam. Alhamdulillah. So Adam, he sneezed. And then Adam, he says in Arabic, Alhamdulillah. That's deep. I knew it. I knew that our origin language, all of us, all mankind. If you are from Indonesia, you are Arab. You like it or not. If you are from England, you are Arab too. If you are from Sri Lanka, you are very Arab, because Adam, he landed even there. You know, get luck with that. If you are a redhead, well, you are a very Arab. That's why you are red, you know, because we, the Arab, we put you in the oven for some time. If you are an African, you are an Arab. Okay? Two. Grandfather Adam, he is an African from Sri Lanka. All right. Because Sri Lanka, you know, in the old days used to be in Africa, by the way. Some people, they told me that Sri Lanka used to be located in a country in Africa, it's called Brazil. So when Allah, he landed in Sri Lanka, which exists in Africa, which is called at that time Brazil, the same country we know now, Brazil, you know. You know, don't be fooled by those Americans. They lie to you and they say Brazil is in America. That is the Christian trying to deceive you. So you lose, you take the wrong exit. Don't follow them. Okay. So so Allah, I mean the lies are getting so big. I need to drink water. Hold on. So Allah, He created Adam. He breathed into him. It's very normal that Adam, he sneezed right away. I mean, imagine yourself, you get shot for cholera. You know, like somebody, you know, like when you join the army. I don't know how many of you have been in the army in USA. You know, you go in the army and there's a big shot. There's a huge shot. I think it's made for horses, not made for a human. Ah, man, I remember it. It was so horrible. Unbelievable. Oof. I don't want to talk about it no more. Just forget. Anyway, she give you the shot. You know, she is like 5'5", this nurse, and she have the things, the needle in her, and the needle is in the size of your head. And then she asks you to put your hands in the handle like it's like a phone camp, you know, phone room, but there's no door. You put your hand there, and you like, you know, you turn your bum to her, and then, and you feel nothing for the coming 2 weeks. I'm telling you, your tongue will not work. Anyway, so he sneezed. This is what happened to Adam. She gave him the shot, which Allah. And Adam, he sneezed, and then right away after he sneezed, he said, praise be to Allah. Muslims, how Adam, he knew Allah? The guy is not even finished. How you learn Arabic? There's no Arabic at that time. But don't ask questions. Come on, let it go. Then the Lord said to him, look at the conversation. Right away, Allah is making Adam, he put him in the table, you know? Like, so Adam, he sneezed, Hachu, Hachu. Allah, he cannot keep his mouth shut. You know, this is the first product he made. So he said to him, okay, Adam, listen, Habibi, Habibi. Yeah. Praise Allah. Then his Lord, he said to him, may Allah have mercy upon you. Like, what the heck? Aren't you Allah? What's wrong with this religion? I mean, nothing there makes sense. And then Allah, he told Adam, look, the story getting more complicated. You guys have popcorn? You know why they call them popcorn? Because the first one who ate them was the Pope. Okay? This is true. Like, this is my own dictionary. All right. So listen. And then Allah, he told Adam, go to those angels. That's deep. Look what Harun is saying to me. Guys, look what Harun is saying to me. Harun. That's amazing. Harun, he said, Christian Prince, you are jealous. You want to have a Muslim wife. Yes, brother. I love muta. So if you can hook me up with some, you know, muta girls, you know, I mean, you have connection, right? So come on, you know, I will give you unlimited supply for more than 30 days in Ramadan for camel urine. My camel is outside and he piss a lot. He pissed me a lot, actually. I mean, he pissed me off. At least you can take his piss. I don't know what to do. I mean, this guy, when he starts pissing, it's like a river. So I can supply you, don't worry. All right? So are you jealous because you want to have a Muslim women? Well, all what I need to do, say shahada, and I can get 4 of you and change them every day. You see how easy it is? Jealous, you idiot. Let us continue with Adam. Harun? Now I know why they call you Harun. Harun means a male cat. You are a Harun, aren't you? Meow. What an idiot. So here we continue. It says here, Allah, he said to Adam, brother, let me highlight, because some of you don't understand to read English like me, or all of you are uneducated. You are very uneducated. I don't like you, by the way, all of you. Look, we have 1,079. I like them only when we have 1,080. If they are 1,079, I don't like it at all. So here, look what happened here now. Alhamdulillah. So Allah, he says, okay, Adam, okay, go to the angels. Oops. The guy, he just finished. Right away, he told him, go to the angel. So that gathering of them sitting, the angels were sitting, and Adam, he went there. Oh, And then he said to them, Assalamu alaikum. Who is talking? Adam. To who? To the angels, brother. That's deep. That's amazing. And they said, Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. Sounds like a mosque for the Shia. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. What the heck? And then he returned to his Lord. That's it. You go and say Assalamu alaikum. You stupid Adam. What's wrong with you? Sit there, talk to them, say hello, where we can find women. What's wrong with this heaven? There's no women here. I mean, this is what Adam, he did. He went there and he said Assalamu alaikum, and then we say wa alaikum assalam and went back. What the heck was that? So then after this happened, you know, brother, then he returned to his Lord. Let me make it in red, because you guys, you like it in red, don't you? I know you. You know, most of you go to the red district when you visit the Kaaba. I know it. I mean, you're sexy and you know it. So anyway, so let's make it in red. So he returned to his Lord. Okay, who returned to his Lord? Adam. After what? After he said Assalamu alaikum. So now Adam, he did the mission. He went to say Assalamu alaikum. And he found the angels sitting. So he said, this is your greeting and the greeting of your children among each other. Allah was teaching Adam his greeting. But look what happened. Was Adam who is the first one who says Assalamu alaikum. So how Allah is teaching him when he is the one voluntarily said that? Oh, it says here actually, Allah told him, sorry, this is my fault. Allah told him, tell them Assalamu alaikum. And now Allah, he made him practice, like, you know, he came to the laboratory, he said Assalamu alaikum, and now he's back. And this is a true story. And then Allah said to him, okay, listen now. While his two hands were closed, what? Okay, this is really confusing. You know, I lost my concentration now. You need to concentration here. You know, this is very deep, right? Allah, he said to him, I want you to focus with me, Muhammadan, Christians. Allah, he said to him, while his two hands were closed. The two hands of who? Anyone knows? Are the two hands of Adam or the two hands of Allah? Let us see who of you want to give me the correct answer in the chat. Is it the hands of Allah? The two hands of Allah are closed? Or the two hands of Adam? Anyone knows? I know it's take time for some people to receive my voice, because my voice is very deep. Very deep. It's coming from the deep. Allah, thank you, yeah. So Allah, look at this game. What they call this game? Like when a guy, he closes his two hands and he say, where is the coin? Like, what the heck? It turned to be that the first one who did play that game is Allah. And you are telling me you don't want to convert to Islam? There's a name for this game in English. Anyone can tell me, like, there's a name? We can search it, we can put a picture so people can see. Allah, he hold two hands next to each other. Saying to Adam, choose. Which of them you wish? What the heck? It's called peekaboo. Peekaboo. Man, this English is very weird. I'm going to change the English one day. You know, when I became president, I mean, in America, anyone can become president. If Joe Biden president, I will be president very easy. It's, you know, just like, you know, get some money, and then you know, those those liberals, they vote for anyone, say to them, we will go green. So all what I need to do, I wear a green, you know, and then, like, you know, that's it, they will vote for me. And I told them we support sexuality, and we support you know, like a homeless, and we want to be homeless. And yeah, but thank you very much, you know. And then I will become president. And then it's required to, in America, to be president, to forget your, you know, what's your name and where you are born and who is your wife. And you can't even think that you are Vladimir Putin. No, not take a break. I look for it. The picture here, the one you sent me, the word, it's about putting your hands over your eyes. No, this is not the one. Not the one. Anyone find the name for it? So we can find the picture for it. Anyway, later when you make the video, you can do some. You can find the picture. This is when you put two hands in the front of you, and you ask the person in front of you, choose one hand. Like he hit your hand, and he open it. Like, come on, you guys don't know what that mean in English? I'm really disappointed of you. Look like all the one who listen to me as Chinese. Bruce Lee is here. You know, nobody speak English. I'm the only one who speak English. Nobody. Take a bow. Take a bow. This is what it's called. Are you sure? Okay. Let me try. Big a bow. You know, when I search in Google, it show me that you put your hands over your eyes when you search for big a ball. I don't think this is the correct word. Anyway, you guys are not eligible. It's okay. I forgive you. You know, you will not go to hell. Okay, Allah is all forgiving, and He forgive you even if you do lamam, which means kissing a woman or touching her private part. Yeah, but I searched. I could not find any picture. It shows only somebody putting his hands over his eyes. The one we are talking about, you close your hand, both of them, and you put them in front of the person to choose. Anyway. Ring or rose? Ring or rose. Let us. I don't know what is that. Sound fishy for me. Ring or rose? What kind of English that English? Let us see. Ring or rose. Ring or rose. You know, you guys are just giving me nothing. Anyway, so we continue. So Allah, He told him, choose one, Adam. Which one you choose? Which one you wish? Adam, he said, I choose the right, my Lord. And look what Adam discovered. He discovered that Allah is playing games with him, because both of Allah are right hands. Like, what the heck? So choose which one of them. And then he said to him, I choose the right, my Lord. But both Allah hands are right. Adam, he told you choose one of them. Which one you choose? Adam, he said, I choose the right. And then he continues saying, my Lord, and both of the hands of my Lord are right. Me. Imagine you have a question like this. Like, this is the question, you win $1 million. Which hand is going to win? The right or the right? Lord have mercy. I don't know if I'll read for you. I mean, this is really stupidity. And then, guys, you will find out that there's something weird there. That Adam, after he chose the right hand of Allah and both his hands are right, looked like Allah, he was playing games with Adam. It was very foggy, and he was using one right hand and one foot. You know, that like the right foot and the right. What the heck with this? I mean, this is. I'm really so amazed. I'm sure many of you are so amazed. And you know, it is an Easter time, It's a wonderful time. And I said to myself, it is more funny, more comedy, more entertaining for those Christians to have fun for today, more than this. Just face it. This is religion. This is what you forsake Jesus for, you Muslims. This is stupidity. And then the guy, Adam, he asked Allah how long he will live. And what happened then? Allah, brother? The story is wrong. I don't know. Should I continue the story, brother? Because you want me to continue the story? Sit down, sit down. Sit down, sit down. Act differently. Okay, so then, there is somebody is a Muslim here. All right. Let us see our friend, the Muslims, will trying. You want me to call him? Okay, where is my Muslim headphone? All right. He's not answering. Answer, my friend, answer. Well, he's not answering. You see, I muted the speaker so that they don't bother you. Because I know that all of you, your ears are sensitive. I mean, your ears are big, you know. Like Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad. Hello? 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 We don't hear you. Who's there? Healthy mouth. We did not hear you, son of Muta. Anyway, he was cursing anyway. So I choose the right hand, and both Allah is right hand, and then he extended, and there was Adam and his offspring. Adam and his offspring, they were inside the hand of Allah? What the heck? I was there too. And I was wondering why, when I was like too young at that time, because Adam was still young too, and when I like dropped my, I wasn't wearing a diaper, I was a baby, and the floor became slippery underneath of me. It was the hand of Allah. So there was Adam and his offspring in the hand of Allah. This is a true story. Who can oppose such a true story? We were in the hand of Allah. And why Allah is saying to him, choose? I mean, choose what? If you open the other hand, what you will find? What the heck is that? I mean, do you even choose your kids? Can you choose them? Trust me, if my parents, they can choose a kid, they will never have me. Come on, just think about it. What the heck is that? So he said, what are those, oh my Lord? Would you eat it? He just told you those are offspring. And you are telling him what are those? I mean, do you see how slow this Adam is? Man, oh man. When I said man first time, it sounded like it's a goat talking. What the heck is that? Man, I think my voice is tired. Man. Yeah. And the stupid Muhammad, as usual, he cannot repeat the same story twice correctly, because there is different hadith where clearly the stupid Allah have two hands. One of them is right and another one is left. I mean, how stupid this religion is. If you go in the hadith, you will find this. And this is Sahih. Sahih, brother. Allah the Exalted, the Glorious, would fold the heaven on one day of the day of judgment. And then he would place them on his right hand and say, I am your Lord. Where are the hafty? He's talking about Zakir Naik. And where are the proud today? He's talking about me. He would fold the earth, placing it on the left hand and say, what the heck? I thought both of Allah's hands are right hands. I mean, do you see this? This is religion. I mean, this is a prophet. He cannot repeat the story twice and he cannot maintain. I mean, do Allah have two hands are right or one is left and one is right? What's wrong with this religion? That's deep. And this is Sahih Muslim, Hadith number 2788A. Don't forget the A. Otherwise, you will get D. Somebody saying to me, this is contradiction. My friend, already we showed the Hadith. You are too late. Okay. I think you live in Russia and the news is coming to you very slow. The Russian TV is still telling the Russian that we have victory. Oh boy. Anyway, so look at this religion, man. And the story continues. If I read the whole story for you, you guys will go crazy. I don't want to make you crazy. Should I make you crazy? I mean, most of you, your wives already saying to you, you are crazy. Hey, we don't want to make you more crazy. Who here think that he is a crazy? Give me one. Trinity is the name of the pole dancer. Wow. Well, that's mean your God Allah is the biggest pole dancer, because your God Allah, he opened the Quran by saying 3 names of himself. Look at this Abdul. Abdul is trying to insult. Abdul, you cannot do that in my presence. I will wipe the floor with your God, with my new flip-flop. By the way, I bought a new flip-flop. I love them. That's why I will return them. Because I love them, I think I'm not going to use them to keep them new. This is what we do in the Middle East. Okay? So let us see who is the pole dancer. Isn't it the guy who keeps saying to you, I'm going to give you big boobs and endless penis? And as long you are saying about the Trinity, well, isn't it this is your God, Abdul, who keeps saying 3 names, 3 names? I think your God, when he mentioned those verses, he was a pole dancer. Look, if we go to the first verse in the Quran, the first verse, not the second. Don't go to the second. You will go crazy in the second. In the name of Allah, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, 3. Yeah. He was doing pole dancing. Okay, let us do that. You try to insult our Lord, well, you have to deal with it now. This is a pole. And this is Allah. Allah have 1 shin. One shin. This is his knee. It looks like joystick or something like that, you know. But you know, I'm very good in skilled. And then we add things. Allah don't have a chest according to Muslims, but Allah have 2 hands. So his hands in his leg. But now we have a problem. The both hands of Allah are right hands. How he is going to hold the pole? It's very easy. He hold it from both right hands. Okay? Okay, but no, it's not easy because the pole now is in the other direction, you idiot. You see where the pole is located? So in order to fix this, we have to move this pole. Let me call the technician. We have to move the pole because Allah now is limited where he can move. I mean, his hand is in the other direction. All right? Let's make the pole blue. So now Allah is holding the pole and he's Al-Rahman, Allah Ar-Rahim. Okay. And he was singing, oh mommy, mommy blue, oh mommy blue, oh mommy, What the heck with this God? I never heard of a God is a shin. Honestly, I mean a God is a shin. The Muslim, they love, they say you worship a man, you worship a shin. Prove me wrong. Do your God Allah have an ass? You say no. Okay. Do I have a chest? You say no. Okay, so what he have? He have a face. He have 2 hands. He have 5 fingers in each. And he have 1 chin. He lost the other one in Afghanistan war. What's wrong with this religion? Somebody telling me, don't try to draw? Are you trying to oppress my hobbies and my skills? This is called oppression. I'm telling you, don't go to America. In America, they will oppress you. Look, I am an immigrant, poor immigrant, very stressed, okay? And I, instead of those Western people, try to help me. What they do, they say to me, don't do draw. Look at the evil. Look at those evil American from Taiwan, you know, from, you know, Honolulu, you know, something like that, you know, in that area, you know, like, you know, something there. All those things, you know, happen somewhere. So look how they try to oppress the truth. They, you know, they try to extinguish the skills of Allah. Lucy, what happened to you? Your name is Luz in ya? CIA? L-U-C-I-A. Look at that. Look at this. This is what I was missing in my life. I am not done with the FBI, and now we got L-U-C-I-A. Okay, hold on. Please don't try drawing. How I can... That's it. I have to go. I mean, I cannot. The CIA is coming. L-U... What does that mean? Like... C-I-A W-H-W-I-N-G-O. Like, what the heck? Is that a name? I mean, you are complaining about my drawing. Are you to complain about this long? What is that? This is a train. What's wrong with you? Come on. Just, okay, forget about the name now. Don't be upset. I'm not making fun of you. You know, I'm just joking. All right. Anyway, I'm really upset because people complain about my drawing. Now I know that my mom, she was lying to me. Always I show her my drawing, she said, wow. Even when she is asleep. I said, Mom, you did not see it yet. She said, no need, it's amazing. Like, okay, Mom, can you open and see what I draw? She says, son, just leave me alone. It is amazing, like the Quran. We do not need to see it. It's amazing. No one can make Quran like Allah. And nobody can make a drawing like your drawing. And since when, I became so proud of myself. Anyway. Why my book, Sex and Allah, and in German is not available? My book, Sex and Allah, is not in German yet, I think. Is it? I don't think so. But Science and maybe Amazon trying to fight it. I don't know why they are not printing it. Anyway. Oh, what an amazing story in front of us. And look, the story continue. Adam, when he said to him, who are those, my Lord? Allah, he said to him, your offspring. Each one of them had an age, his age written between his eyes. What the heck? Now, all the females here, they are going to go to the bedroom and they will stare at the mirror, trying to find out how long they will live. Each one of them had his age written between his eyes. Any Muhammadan? Is that a true story? Between every one of us? Destiny, you know, like it's written, and why Allah need to write it down? I mean, so like when the ink expired, the head explode. What happened? I mean, how that, why Allah is, how much time Allah has spent writing those numbers there? Like what he, like he have a machine, like he stamped like bsh, like he will live 30 year and 5 days. Do you have any book in Croatian? Yeah, my friend, we have it for free. The admins can post a link for you and you can download from there. Croatian, Albanian, you know, Russian, Chinese, you name it, it's for free. The Lord, he says, for free you took, for free you give. But nobody is giving me free gas in the station. I don't know why. I told them I'm Christian Prince. The guy, he told me like, what? Give me your credit card, sir. If you don't have a credit card, we accept cash. Nobody listening. Anyway, here you notice how Islam heavily is based on fictions and stupidity. What is the purpose of those stories? All of us, we are in the hand of Allah. And Adam, he was able to see them. Where Allah, he placed Adam, and what kind of eyes Adam he have. And then the story continued. It became more complicated. You like it complicated, right? And then it says, but among them, there was a man who was most illuminating of them. That's deep. He was what? Illuminating? Why? There's only one person who was so shiny. Let us search together in the galaxies. You look at the darkness of the night, and suddenly you see someone so shiny. That's deep. Who can come with such a knowledge? We went back on time to the time of Adam. Peace be upon him. You know, the guy who called me, do you know what he sent me a message in Skype? He says to me, then I will come to you from behind. Allah, he's speaking about Allah, by the way. I will come to you from behind. Allah will come to us from behind. That's deep. Why Allah will come to us from behind? This poor guy, he could not answer anything, and now he is texting me. Unbelievable. Okay. My Imam is here. Yeah, your Imam in Africa is here. Okay. And he speaks dirty language, don't he? So as you see, this is really very stupid, naive, dummy stories. This is the guy, they say to us, he's a prophet of God. He's amazing. He's so smart. God inspired him, you know, because this God, he inspired him. He said those stupid things. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? What a beautiful prophet. Special connection. How Muhammad, he knew all of this? And the funny, it's not in the Quran. Who was witnessing this conversation between Allah and Adam? Allah, he decided to write it down and send it down to Muhammad? Or Allah, he asked the angel, he says, Jibreel, come here, Jibreel. I want you to tell them this and this and this. He told him the story. Allah is a storyteller. So there is a person, he is so shiny, among the most shiny of them. He said, oh my Lord, who is this? The guy, Adam, he saw him like a flashlight in the middle of nowhere. He's shiny. He said, oh Lord, who is this? Allah, he said to him, this is your son David. That's deep. Now we know how shiny David was. I'm telling you, David was so shiny. Hey Muslims, what does that mean? And why it's not Muhammad? I mean, aren't you disappointed now? It turned to be that the most shiny one in the world is not Muhammad. It is David. David Wood. By the way, it doesn't say David who here. It might be David Wood. Actually, you know what? First time I saw David Wood, I said, this guy is so shiny. This is the same one. The hadith, prove me wrong. How we know that this is Dawood? Who's Dawood? Dawood in Arabic means David. Who's Dawood? And why he's so shiny? He's shiny more than Muhammad? Did this guy Dawood, he paint himself with this paint, like, you know, you see them sometime in YouTube, like in the Islamic country, they have a special Hajj location, yeah, like, you know, they do party, and then they paint themselves, they spray in their lips at night, blah blah blah. Is that what he did? Those eat a dream? Who is eating dream? I mean, what's wrong with people? People eat dreams. I mean, this, you know, we are in the end of the time for sure now. Here we go. I made a prophecy now. People those eat a dream. But, oh, man. Hey, Muslims, is that your prophet telling us this story? So David was very shiny. And then I wrote 40 years for him. What the heck? Allah, he decided to make David live only for 40 years. Hey, Batong, Mr. Batong. Well, I mock the one who mock us. Isn't it the whole Quran mocking us? Calling us kuffar, filthy, najis, liars. So why you Muslim get upset from mocking? You mock us. You get upset because you cannot answer the stupidity of your book. It's your prophet who's making mockery of you. Look at this. All of us, we are in the hand of Allah. All what Christian Prince he do mockery. Okay, each time I go live, you come here. Obviously, you like mockery. If what I do is mockery, according to you. So why you come here? I mean, people, listen to me carefully. Is that a mental issue? Those Muhammad, and they keep complaining about how I talk. And they keep coming here. I mean, what's wrong with you? If what I say is not nice, and you don't like it, why you keep coming here? You became addicted, don't you? Aha! I hate you, but I cannot live without you. That's deep. So, okay, let us continue now. My friend, if you don't like what I say, why you come here? Come on. Okay, don't complain. Tell your mom. I mean, change your picture, please. I mean, this picture, it sounds like you are thinking deeply here. Look at this picture. What the heck is that? Are you thinking deeply or you have a pimple? I'm not sure of. You know, you tell me. Anyway, but if you don't like what I say, why you are here? Come on, be smart. Sure, you are smart. But now you are not using it because simply it's Ramadan. It's okay. After Ramadan, you will start using your brain. But now Ramadan is not working. So I wrote 40 years for him. Okay, why Allah telling Adam this information? I mean, what Adam have to do with David anyway? Why Adam he care? I mean, what the heck? Who is the heck is David for Adam anyway? I wrote for him 40 years, okay? And that what is have written for him. Adam, he said to him, oh Lord, please Allah, give him 60 of my years. That is a real donation. Not that those guys, they go to Patreon and they give me $1, and then at the end of the month, nobody can collect it. Like, what the heck? This is the real donation. Allah told Adam, I gave David Patreon $40. I will make him live for 40 years. Adam did not like that. And Adam is very generous, you know. He said, no, Allah, come on, listen. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. Take 60 years from my age and give it to David. Somebody call David Wood right away. Tell him the good news. Hey, David Wood, you will live 100 now. It was 40. Adam, he decided to give you like, you know, like a tip, you know, like, you know, you go to the restaurant, and then if you are an Arab like me, you will take the tip. But if you are like an American, you give a tip. Anyway, so I wrote 40 years for him. He said, oh Lord, add to his age. But Allah, he said to him, but you know what? This is what I wrote. I wrote it for him. It's already. Adam is so good in bazaar business. Like he's like, you know, you go, you know, in the Middle East, you have to argue. Like he said to you 100, at the end of the day, you buy it in $2. They say 100 to fool you, to make you believe that whatever you ask for discount or you are winning, you know. Yeah. So he said to him, Allah, okay, but Allah already, you know, Allah, he said to him, already I wrote his age. Already, too late, Adam, come on, I cannot change it. I mean, do you know how much ink I used? Then he said, well, I have written this for him, so, you know. And then Adam, he said to him, oh Lord, give him 60 of my years. He said, all right, you got it. You got deal. Like, you know, in the old days when you have a OAL, I don't know if you remember that for those, it say, you know, it says, it used to say to you, you got mail. Like, you got me. Okay. So he said, then he raised in paradise as long as Allah willed. And he was cast from it. And so Adam was counting for himself. That's deep. Because Allah now took 60 years from him. So Adam now is casting like, he took 40 years. How many left for me? How many years were left me? Oh, okay. So he said, the angel of death came to him. Man, it's time for Adam to go. And Adam, he said to him, you are hasty. You come so early. 1,000 years written for me. Allah told him that. Well, hey, Muslims, where Allah, he told him that? It doesn't say there. So he said, of course, but you gave 60 years to your son David, you idiot. You see the stupid Adam? He forgot. He forgot that he asked Allah to take 60 years off of the 1,000 year. So now, the angel of death, he came to him when he is 940 years old. Adam, he looked at this, the angel of death, he said, are you stupid or what? You are giving me so early. Huh? I should live for 1,000 years. The angel, he said to him, you think you can fool us, huh? You forgot what you told Allah to take 60 years of your age to give it to David? Then it says here, so he rejected and his offspring rejected. And he forgot and his offspring forgot. Like, what the heck? And this is why Allah, since then, he ordered us to have witnesses. Adam did not lie. He said, no, this is not true. He's rejected that. He said, no, I did not ask Allah for 60 years. So Allah, he decided to have, since then, witnesses. I mean, do you see, guys? Isn't it amazing? This is why we have witnesses. Adam, he forgot what he told Allah to give David 60 years. How many of you are not convinced yet? What's wrong with you people? Now, do you know why Muslims get upset from me? Because all of this is make a lot of sense. I mean, it's dripping sense. Why we have witnesses in the court? Because Adam, he forgot that he told Allah that take 60 years from my age and give it to brother Abdul Dawood, David Wood. I mean, all this problem started because of David Wood. I should have changed the title here. That will get more people here to think that they will think that Christian Prince is fighting with David Wood. David Wood is the problem. He is the one who rejected the 60 years deal. He denied it. And now we have to have witnesses in the court because of David Wood. He rejected the 60 years deal. What the heck is that? What this religion is about? And this is how the Muslims explain the religion. By following such a fool. You leave the Messiah, the Lord of the King of Kings, the Lord of Wisdom, the Holy One, and you follow this stupidity. What's wrong with people? You lost your mind? Oh, what we can do. What we can do. I'm drinking my coffee because the topic making me sleepy. Do we have any Muslim want to say something to us beside the guy who called me and complained? He was complaining for 15 minutes. And he said nothing. What's something? Well, he spoke to me for more than 20 minutes. Anyway, well, I want to say to you guys, I'm not going to keep you longer. It's an Easter time. I hope that's all of you, and I pray that all of you having a great time with your family. And I pray that you pray to others, not only praying to yourself. Pray for those who need help. Pray for those who they are poor. Pray and help, not only pray for them. Pray for those who they are lonely, they have no family, old people, you know, visit them, take care of them. If you know somebody close to you, neighbors, old person, do some merciful act. So one day the Lord, He will send you somebody, as you did. One day you might be the same as that person. One day you might end to be poor. One day you might end to be in need. You might be in need right now. So pray for others, not only for yourself. Be loving, be giving, follow the Messiah. To love is not to hate. The Bible says, love never fail. And that is the Messiah. Muslims, they think Islam is big. We laugh at it. It is so small, and it is dying extremely fast. They count numbers, but as you see, the numbers mean nothing because none of them even can explain anything about his cult. When the Lord, the Messiah, He spoke to the Pharisees. Yeshua, He said to him, you shall love the Lord, Jehovah your God, from all your heart, from all your soul, and from all your power, and from all your mind. This is the great and the first commandment. The second, which is like, is, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. On those two commands depend all the law, all the written law, and the prophets. So when somebody says to you, you need to study, it's good to study. You need to learn, is good to learn, but the whole teaching of God is in two things. You love your Lord, you love your neighbor. The neighbor here is everybody. You wish to them the same as you wish to yourself. If we can do that, we are living the Easter. For the Easter is not only resurrection of the Messiah from the tomb, but resurrection of love to all of us. For a human race is diving with hate, war and killing, hatred, money, power. Everybody saying me. With the Messiah, we are resurrected, even though we are not dead yet. But this is a different kind of resurrection. Not only he promised us we will live, whoever believe in me and die will live, but you live right now a way better life. For he give you a new resurrection, a new way of thinking. And you will notice that when the Muslims, they don't respect Jesus, they don't appreciate Jesus, they don't even know who's Jesus. They are no better than the Pharisees. The Pharisees, who they were questioning the Messiah, they are in front of him, still they could not recognize who is he. So when the Messiah, he said to them, what do you say of the Messiah? Who is son is he? They were saying to him, he is the son of David. He said to them, well, and how then David, by the Spirit, called him the Lord Jehovah, for he said, the Lord Jehovah said to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I place your enemy under your feet. This is my message to the Muhammadan, and this is from Matthew chapter 22. Time will come, and the resurrection will happen. And this time, the one who will resurrect us is the Messiah. And all those who don't believe in him, they will be under his feet. Not as a worshippers, but as penalty. And those who belong to him, they will live eternal life in the holy God kingdom, where there is no sex, no food, no falafel, and no big breast. For God is holy, his house is holy, his people is the same. We will be new creation, the same as the Lord in the resurrection. He gave creation to all those saints who resurrected with him. For he, and by him, and for him, everything was created. Thank you very much for being here. I say, he is risen. Easter is great, but let us make every day Easter for us. I'll try to come tomorrow, but I don't know if tomorrow will be, some people are here, because I'm expecting many of you will have families gathering, etc., and maybe will not be, many people would like to listen. Otherwise, I don't really mind. We will see. Just watch the channel in Patreon and see if I will go live again. I hope you did enjoy your time. We pray to the Lord to keep you in good health and wealth, to keep you away from being in the need, from being sick in your heart, and sick in your mind, and sick of being sick, because sometimes being sick can be blessing. For many people, they get close to God when they are sick. Sadly, when we are healthy, we forget about God. We think we are God, or we do not need him now. We are healthy. But my friend, God always, he shows himself to you. Sometime, even when you are sick, you see him. And when I say sometime, because that is depend on you. You decide to see, then you will see. If you decide not, then nothing can change you. Thank you all. May the Lord bless you. Happy Easter. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. And we prove it every day. Take care.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
The Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him,